Once upon a time, in a cozy cottage on the edge of a lush green forest, there lived a sweet little girl. Everyone in her village called her Little Red Riding Hood because she was never seen without the beautiful red cloak her grandmother had made for her. One sunny morning, her mother called her into the kitchen. "Little Red Riding Hood," she said, handing her a basket filled with bread, butter, and cake. "Your grandmother is feeling unwell. Please take this basket to her. Now, remember my rules, stay on the path, don't wander off, and most importantly, do not talk to strangers." Little Red Riding Hood, eager to help, promised she would be careful. "I promise, Mother," she chirped, and with a happy wave, she skipped out of the house and onto the path that led through the woods. The forest was alive with the sounds of birds and rustling leaves. As she walked, a big, bad wolf suddenly appeared beside her. "Good morning, little girl," he said with a toothy grin. "And where might you be going on such a fine day?" Forgetting her mother's warning, Little Red Riding Hood replied innocently, "I'm going to my grandmother's house. She's sick in bed, and her cottage is just at the end of this forest path." The wolf's eyes glinted. "How lovely! But look at all these beautiful flowers," he suggested slyly. "Wouldn't your grandmother love a fresh bouquet?" Little Red Riding Hood thought this was a wonderful idea and strayed from the path to pick some flowers. While she was distracted, the clever wolf dashed ahead, taking a shortcut straight to the grandmother's house. He knocked on the door. "Who is it?" a weak voice called from inside. The wolf disguised his voice to sound sweet and small. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've brought you some treats." The grandmother, too sick to get up, called out, "The door is unlocked, my dear. Come in." The wolf burst in, and in one big gulp, he swallowed the poor grandmother whole. Then, he put on her nightgown and cap and slipped into her bed, pulling the covers up to his chin. A little while later, Little Red Riding Hood arrived. She noticed the door was ajar and felt a strange sense of unease. "Grandmother," she called out as she stepped inside. From the bed, a raspy voice replied. As she got closer, she thought her grandmother looked very strange. "Oh, grandmother, what big ears you have!" she exclaimed. "All the better to hear you with, my dear," the wolf growled. "But grandmother, what big eyes you have," she said, stepping closer. "All the better to see you with, my dear." Little Red Riding Hood leaned in. "And grandmother, what big teeth you have, all the better to eat you with," the wolf roared, leaping out of the bed. Little Red Riding Hood let out a terrified scream. Her scream was so loud that a hunter passing by the cottage heard it. He rushed inside and saw the terrible wolf. With great courage, the hunter saved both Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother from the wolf's belly. Grandmother hugged Little Red Riding Hood tightly. "Thank you, brave hunter," she cried. Little Red Riding Hood looked up, her eyes wide. "I've learned my lesson," she promised. "I will never, ever talk to strangers again." And from that day on, she, her grandmother, and the whole village lived safely and happily ever after. Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more classic fairy tales. See you next time.